I got this stack of comics for $50 off of Facebook Marketplace. This stack from a junk store for $16. And this big stack from Facebook Marketplace for $20. Okay, let's take a look at these comics I got for $50 from Facebook Marketplace. Wolverine #1 in near mint condition. There's really no flaws, front or back cover. All the edges are clean, sharp. I really don't see anything. I mean, I'm gonna have to put a board in this bag as soon as possible, but that's pretty cool. Wolverine #2 in the same condition as #1 with a cool Bill Sienkiewicz back cover. Near mint condition, looks really good. Wolverine #3, also in near mint condition, no flaws. Kevin Nolan back cover, looks good to me. Wolverine #4, also near mint condition. Barry Windsor Smith back cover, great shape. Wolverine #5, looks good. Back cover by Brian Boland, looks good. Wolverine #6, great condition, near mint. Todd McFarlane back cover, looks good. Wolverine #8, got a little tag on the plastic cover, not on the comic. Rob Liefeld back cover, great condition, near mint plus. Wolverine #9, the back cover by, I'm thinking Jim Lee, could be wrong, doesn't have a signature. Looks like Jim Lee. Great condition. Double copy, #9. This one's got a little bit of scuff mark on the cover, brings the value down. Oh well, still looks good. Wolverine #10. It's got the tag on the plastic cover, not the comic. Back cover by Kent Williams, one of my favorite artists of all time. Comics, illustration, painting, otherwise. Love it. Wolverine #12. Kevin Nolan cover. Nothing on the back. These look great. All near mint. Marvel Comics presents #6. #7, both also near mint. This was a great collection. A look at these comics from the junk store, which I paid $16 for. Civil War #6, got a little scuff mark in a plastic bag, but it's in great condition otherwise. Rachel Rising #9, I love this series. It's cool to get some of these early issues. New Avengers #10, Frontline Civil War #2, Amazing Spider-Man Annual, I'm not really sure. Amazing Spider-Man 573, 578, 579. Imagine Agents #1, Incognito #4, Incognito #5, Incognito #6. Jennifer Love Hewitt's Music Box #2, Top 10 #2, Original Series Volume 1, Secret Warriors #2, got a little smudge there. And the Vinyl Underground #12. Pretty good, $1 each. I'm good with that. Got some good ones in there, ones I'm really happy with. And now the big stack I got for $20 off of Facebook Marketplace. Let's take a look. Vision Scarlet Witch, the original limited series, #1. It's got some value, I know. Probably go up in value. #2 also, probably go up in value once the TV show debuts. Maybe a $4 or $5 comic. #3. And #4. Vision Scarlet Witch #1 of a 12-issue limited series. This is the second miniseries they did in the 80s. #2. #3. I love this cover. Really, really nice. #4. Number 5, I love this cover too. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. And number 12. Submariner, number 1 of 4. I guess these ones have a little bit of value. I'm not exactly sure why. About $5-6 each. Number 2 of that series. Number 3. And number 4. I don't know if somebody can let me know why these might be a little more valuable than any other Namor series. Falcon number 1. I love this cover. Has a little bit of value. Not much, but I just think it's a cool cover. And number 2. And this one's pretty cool too. Hawkeye number 1. Again, I think maybe $5-6 value. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Those are worth maybe $3, $4, maybe $5 each. West Coast Avengers number 1, also little value, $5-6. In great condition. All these comics in this lot were very fine near mint. Very happy with that. Number 2, Hercules Prince of Power number 1, his first 1980s limited series. It's Hercules in space in the future. Number 2, again in great condition. Number 3. And number 4, great cover. I loved this miniseries when I was a kid. I'm glad to have it again. Number 1 of his second miniseries during the 80s. Number 2, it's Hercules in space in the future. Number 3, against that era's Captain Marvel. And number 4. These are all in great condition. Can't wait to read these again. Balder the Brave, number 1, by Walter Simonson. Number 2, I don't know if these have any value beyond maybe $2 or $3 each. Number 3. Number 4. Alright. Exiles, number 1. Now, this next lot of comics have literally probably maybe $1 value at most. Breakthrough number 1, and this one was drawn by George Perez, so maybe there's some value to it. I doubt it. Number 2, everybody remembers Malibu Comics Universe, right? X-Mutants number 1. And number 2, I think these were slightly popular in the 80s for some reason. Black Dragon number 1, Chris Claremont, and I forget the artist. Number 2, Bohampton maybe. Lords of the Ultra Realm number 1, and number 2. No, I know nothing about this miniseries. Young All Stars number 1, and number 2. Powerline, a Shadowline Saga number 1. And number 2, I know nothing about this. Marvel Universe, the guidebook, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, number 1. And number 2 of the original series. I love these. These are always cool. The Next Nexus, number 1 of 4. Early First Comics edition of Nexus Comics. I love the Nexus Comics. Steve Root is an amazing artist. Good stuff. JLA World Without Grown-Ups number 1, and number 2, I know nothing about this. And Millennium number 1, and 2, a very boring 1980s era event comic from DC Comics. Number 4, Number 5, I picked these up back in the 80s when they first came out. And even as a kid, I knew these were horrible. Number 7, Millennium number 8. America versus the Justice Society, number 1 and number 2. 1980s era comics. Don't think they have any value. And number 4. Espers, number 1 of 4, the original miniseries. David Lloyd's the artist, so that's pretty cool. I can't wait to read this, even though there's no real value to it. But David Lloyd's a hell of an artist, one of my favorites. Starcourt, number 1 and 2. I know nothing about this one. Green Lantern Sentinel, Heart of Darkness, number 1 and number 3. I don't know anything about this. Firestar, number 1. It's kind of a cool comic. Number 2. You know, an 80s era character who I think had some popularity. Bishop, Xavier Security, something or other. Number 1 and 3. Spellbound, number 1. Marshall Rogers, the artist. Talented guy back in the 80s. Number 2. Johnny Thunder, aka Thunderbolt, 1 and 2. I know nothing about this series. Number 3 and 4. I don't think these have any value whatsoever. Deathmate Black. It's Image crossing over with Valiant Universe. Supreme versus Dr. Solar for the Deathmate Blue. Deathmate Yellow. Deathmate Silver. Dr. Solar versus Void, I think that's the name of that character. Deathmate Red. And another Deathmate Silver. No, slightly different. Okay, I don't know. Whatever, moving on. Green Lantern number 54. And 53. Superman the Secret Years, number 4. I know nothing about this one. Wolverine 3 something. Dark Wolverine number 80. Vanguard number 1. 1 through 4. Okay, it's the whole set. I know nothing about it. New Men number 1. New Men number 2. Holy shit, look at this cover.
I'm not your dog, baby. You're mine.
Look at this guy. Look at the coloring. Look at the drawing. Number 3. Number 4. Again, what an awful cover. Okay, so all those comics for $20. Did I get any great deals or anything? No, not really, but I'm happy with that lot. Some interesting stuff, some stuff I like for nostalgia reasons.
When I